Dr. T. Hubbard.
What? Us follow directions? Thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, I promise I will be very brief because I know that everyone has a really exciting day of opportunities ahead of them, and I hope that you really get a chance to get out and about. That being said, stop me if you see me. I'd love to meet people and I'd love to chat. And Steve, if it makes you feel any better, during COVID, apparently every media outlet had a picture of me from different photos, but all wearing the same dress. So I spent all of COVID apparently only having one outfit. So, you know, this is what we do. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to working with this brilliant man as past president, and he's going to keep me on my toes and remind me of my governance and my operations, and I cannot express how much I'm looking forward to working with our returning board members as well as our exciting new board members. Many of you got to experience the hospitality of Newfoundland and Labrador this time last year when we had our convention in St. John's, Newfoundland, which I had been fighting since 2004 to make happen. So sometimes things take a little longer than we expect. Interesting. Following in the footsteps of Dr. Graham Skanes in 1984 and Dr. Abe Ross in 2003, as far as I can tell, I am now the third CPA president from Newfoundland and Labrador. And thank you to my mates who are here in the room this morning. And you know what's interesting, and it hadn't occurred to me, but it was pointed out by me to a non-psychologist, I'm the first woman in that group. And, okay, that's cool, but at the time I kind of went, oh, okay. And then it really reflected about what psychology has looked like over the decades. And you know what? For a long time, it was my esteemed academic male counterparts at the university. And you know what? For the last couple of decades, it's kind of looked like me. I'm well aware. I was raised in a middle-class family that valued education, that helped support education. Of course, you go on and do additional degrees beyond your undergrad. That was kind of the expectation. But as I have been hearing repeatedly over the last few years, and especially in some sessions yesterday, this is changing. Our audience, and we can see it in our audience, we can see it in our students here. Our discipline is changing, and that's a good thing. The clients that we see, the students we teach, and the topics that we research all need this. We are at a crossroads in Canadian psychology. And to answer the earlier question, yes, I'm an optimist. I always have been, always will be. CPA is committed to being the national voice for psychology in Canada. We face challenges and opportunities with AI. We are exploring how do we fit within the landscape of mental health providers in this country. How do we ensure we continue to provide the highest quality training and make it more accessible? We are fundamentally examining what does it mean to be a psychologist, what skills are needed, and what training is needed. How is the field expanding in our universities, both beyond our traditional psychology departments and within those communities? How do we effectively communicate our evidence-based scientific knowledge, communicate to government, the public, and to our clients, particularly in an age of scientific distrust and internet experts? Good news, at least two of those topics I mentioned, we have keynote speakers on today and tomorrow. Please go and check them out. This year truly is the future of psychology in Canada. You may have completed our survey. You've noticed that there's submissions for an upcoming issue of Synopsis, and you've heard reference to our upcoming summit. There will be tough discussions. Change is scary, but it can also be very exciting. For those of you who don't know me, for those of you who do know me, you're aware I'm incredibly passionate about the discipline, and I love being a psychologist, and I reflect often how incredibly lucky and privileged I am to have a profession and a vocation that brings me, not every day, but overall brings me this much satisfaction. And I spent the last 2 decades advocating for clients, communicating psychological concepts to the public and government, and striving to uphold our rigorous training and standards. And for those of you who do know me and my love of musical theater, guess what? I get to be in the room where it happens, and I'll try to make y'all proud. Thank you. And in my first official act, I would like to call for a motion to adjourn this meeting. And I see Veronica Hutchings. Thank you all. Enjoy convention. And yeah, please come by and say hi. Thank you.